held. Hello, nice to see you all here. Very excited, lots of people. I'm a result of lurking on forums for about 4 or 5 years. This is what can happen. So we set up Kryptonite in March last year, and we've been pretty silent. But one of the real questions I wanted to ask is why are we here? Obviously, everyone's excited about and heard about ICOs and seeing all these crazy sums of monies, but there's a real shift in society at the moment, and that's really being created by the internet. We kind of now live in a networked society, and that's like a fundamental shift in the way that we go around our work, play, and everything. So really, that's kind of why we're sitting here today. We're trying to figure this out. And part of that is that in this sort of old square of what we've created, this new kind of world, this new universe, which is expanding quicker and quicker, is hitting up against this old world and creating lots of friction. Things like money doesn't really work very well in this new environment. So cards, for example, that's kind of like a legacy system which doesn't really, it has to be retrofitted in. And also ads, they're just shoehorned in. The ad industry had to make something up, so they went with CPMs and all sorts of stuff. So one of the problems with this sort of kind of frictional moving from this one type of way into another is things get messed up, like your privacy. That's one big problem. People have given away their privacy too readily, and they're kind of regretting it. They also get hacked, so security is a big problem. So crypto blockchain kind of solves some of these problems. And it's a new layer around the old internet. So this kind of centralization is being kind of upgraded with a layer of code which allows decentralization. So that's the blockchain. Okay, that's the big invention. It's probably going to be one of the biggest inventions of this century. What it means is that you can run services and execute things just on code. You don't have to have any kind of physical location or hardware. You can run things cheaper and quicker, and you can create new types of services. So that's the kind of expanding universe you're seeing happening. It's like a pre-Cambrian explosion of services, people figuring this stuff out. Just as much as you trying to figure out how to either make money out of it or trying to build a service out of it, you know, this is kind of why we're all sitting here. And tokens are just the store of the value in this system, and that's the innovation that you're seeing, certainly in the financial way, in a financial way. And these services are really open source, most of them. They're free to use, and you can work on them, and that's why the community aspect is so important in these services. And the tokens are your involvement, your incentivization in this network. So that's crypto economics, where you have a part of the network, and you're incentivized to use whatever the network's providing, whatever service it is. That's a 101 crypto economics. These tokens are tradable in a global marketplace 24/7. Gordon Gecko, money never sleeps. It really is not sleeping now. So Kryptonite is an investor, an innovator in the new economy. For the average investor, we're a publicly listed company on the London regulated NEX exchange. That's where we are now. So it's for average Joe to come and invest in crypto if they want to stake in there. They've been reading about blockchain and crypto. They want a safe, secure way of having a slice of that. That's us. We're not a crypto fund. We're an investment company that invests in exciting blockchain and crypto companies. We're basically seed funding this new internet. That's our kind of mission. So we are corp structure is Isle of Man. It's quite blockchain, Bitcoin, crypto friendly. We're in the London, we're KR1 ticker. I should have put that in. So we're on first mover advantage, probably the world's first Ethereum-focused fund. So we've already got a big slice of these new protocols. We're pretty credible in the crypto community. We co-sponsored the first token summit. So investment, high-quality investment opportunities coming to us. What a nice view. So why Kryptonite? Why shares? I mean, it seems like a contradiction in terms when you've got this shadow economy going on with tokens, which are fluid and digital and 24/7. Well, while this migration is happening, people still want to participate. So you can't hack shares; they're safe, and it's boring, kids. But you can put your Kryptonite shares into an ISA and get tax-free gains. Right. Bet you wouldn't have thought you heard that today. So performance, we've first institutional investor in Melonport, an incredible project which is only going to get bigger and bigger. Funfair, and we were pretty much first in, and I'm pre-ICO and all these other guys. Seed funded Satoshi Pay, and we got a bunch of stuff coming up. I mean, we can't really talk about stuff we're doing because we're a public company. We have to announce it first. It's the old way of doing it. But we're investing in things like a decentralized insurance marketplace. They might have a fundraise coming up, and there might be a couple of kind of liquidity protocols in August that are coming up. Very exciting. So our market, this is what we're officially allowed to say is our market cap, but it's a lot more than that because the market maker doesn't know how to work out what we've got. We've basically invested in infrastructure on this new internet, and we're going to lead the space. So that's a snapshot of our good old-fashioned share price. You can buy it at TD Direct and a bunch of other online brokers. The future, well, next is a bit small for us, so that's going to change. We're doing a ton of seed investments, which is really exciting. We're going to start to innovate using smart contracts in the blockchain to make our investors our individual investors like you want to invest really happier than you could be. And then, so that's basically me, Kale Kryptonite. Thank you very much. I'm going to take a photo.
Big round of applause, everybody.